What's going on, guys? Seti here. Today we are playing Arms of God again. Last time I made it to Crusade 15 of 15 in Act 3, and I just happened to blunder my dodge and we died. So thought I'd take another crack at it. This is what we've got so far. We've got the shotgun, it's doing 298. We've got a vortex emitter, which is doing 1,000 damage. We have a autocannon, and we have a twin blast as well as a sniper. So I'm doing a lot more damage. I'm playing a Spectre this time around, and my hope is that we can finish this crusade, unlock another Crusader, and take on Act 4. So we will see how it goes. I'm gonna watch these. Alright. Last time it was those projectiles from the bosses that took me down, but I was also on a melee build, and this time around I have a ranged build, and I have a pretty heavy hitter, so I think we'll make it just fine as long as I don't mess up my dodge again. And I have my crux upgraded quite a bit to cause healing and damage reduction, so staying inside the crux was definitely the move. And look at that, we did it. We unlocked Voltaris, and we have some meta progression upgrades. So I think what we'll do is we'll look at, I have 16 vows. This judgment, okay, so the confessional stands in the shadow of a place not of judgment but decision. Before it, the Templar considered the prayers that may be answered and those that must be cast aside. Not all powers worth carrying into the crusade, but what is removed may yet be restored, but never in full. Okay, so let's rebuild this. All right, confessional. At the confessional, you can remove blessings and upgrades you no longer want to appear during your crusade. You can also review all blessings and upgrades that are available from the start of the game. Okay, that's super beneficial. Like, it's effectively the way to banish things. And let's see. So one of the things, well, let's take a look at Act 4, Into Hell. The gate to hell stands open, not as a wound, but as a passage. The Templar steps beyond it, leaving the world behind. There is no corruption spreading from afar. This is hell itself, whole and unbroken. The Brotherhood of Blood came here long before. They fought, endured, and fell. Their remains scattered along a path that leads ever deeper, yet they endured long enough to leave something behind. If there is a way to close the gate, it lies somewhere in this place. Okay, so this is an electricity build. And then he has a higher chance to find electricity prayers. That's pretty good. So let's look in here. If we're going to do electricity damage, I think we want to banish. Oh, dude, that's so many. So many prayers. Let's look at our weapon upgrades. We can unlock attack speed. Consumes 1 soul per second. That's nuts. You'd have to have such good soul collection going. We have a gunsmith. The gunsmith stands lined with silent frames of unfinished weapons, their forms suspended between design and purpose. Some are known, others only exist as fragments within the sermon of revelation, waiting to be made whole. Here the Templar builds or unlocks the arms that may be called through prayers carried into battle. The weapons chosen here will shape how the Templar fights. Okay, so we're gonna do this. At the gunsmith, you can unlock new weapons that may appear during your crusade. Weapons must first be revealed through sermons of revelation during the combat before they can be unlocked. Unlocking a tier 1 weapon allows you to select it at the start of a crusade. After unlocking the passive ability Advanced Loadout, you will be able to start each crusade with tier 2 weapons. Okay. Oh, dude, this is nuts. Proximity Spark. Stormfall. What is this? Bounces off enemies, cannot pierce. All right, we're gonna do a shock one. I want to do the electro hammer. I'm definitely doing the electro hammer to start because electro hammer is kind of nuts. And then I don't think I'm gonna do any statue upgrades right now, but let's see, any weapon upgrades, anything shock based, pierce, attack speed. I haven't unlocked them, so I'm gonna look. All right, what can we do? Do I want to banish anything specifically? Crit chance. I think I might banish something that does increased holy damage. Yeah. Well, holy damage, explosive radius, fire damage. That's fine. I'm going to banish this one because that decreases our ability to increase our electricity damage, which is something that we're gonna need. I don't do anything explosive wise. I'm gonna banish that. +5. All right. Fire damage. I'm not gonna do fire. I'm not gonna do holy. And then, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of everything holy right now. Explosive damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any explosive. I'm gonna just spend all my whatever it is, edicts. Reduce character skill after cooldown. And remove fire damage, remove holy damage, explosion chance, radius. Remove that. Stun chance, that'll be good. I think this will be a pretty good start. Range minus holy damage, that's fine. I'm not going to do anything that increases range but decreases electricity damage. And then good chance. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I bet you we're going to have a super cracked build if we plus holy damage. Get rid of that. Plus fire damage. Get rid of that. Good chance, speed, dodge, armor, fire damage. Get rid of holy damage. Get rid of holy damage. Okay. I think we're pretty set for this one, so we're going to select the Templar and we're going to do the Shock Maul. Wait a minute. Shouldn't the Shock Maul be tier 2? Well, kind of weird. I thought the Shock Maul should be tier 2, but it doesn't look like it is. So I guess we'll see. And we have this totem right out the way. That was a good dodge. Okay, so his dodge does some electricity damage. That's good to know. And then I think since it's level 1, we aren't going to have any additional extra items to collect. Yeah, so now it is just survive and collect as many souls as possible. And I honestly didn't collect that many, so I don't think I'm going to get a whole heck of a lot. I'm definitely going to start with healing. Okay, Twin Spark, Recharger, Twin Spark. I'll add a Twin Spark, lock a Twin Spark, lifesteal based on damage. I'm going to lock the Recharger as well. Crusade 2, Remains of the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Blood was here long before me. They entered this place centuries ago and fought the demons, but they never stood a chance. Piles of bodies, shattered armor, and broken weapons lie where they fell. This was not a retreat, this was an annihilation. And then we have a signal array. So signal array is down on our left, and then that looks like, okay, that it looks like it is, but we don't have that extra bonus activity this time around. And so, oh my gosh, dude, I'm taking so much damage already. I need to be mindful of that. Don't blunder something super early into the 4th act, because I want to finally complete an act without having to run it back twice. So far, I need to figure out how to get some extra HP at this rate based on how much damage we're taking. Okay, holy damage. I don't want holy damage, but staggered cooldown. Yeah, we're just gonna reduce enemy damage in the zone. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. I should have just done that. Okay, dodge. I do like dodge. I'm not a huge fan of range. I don't need a refresh. I'll save the souls for the next time. Crusade 3 of 15, the camp. I find the remains of their camp. This was not a short war, nor was it an easy one. The Brotherhood of Blood held their ground and endured far longer than they should have in a place that was never meant for them. From their writings, one truth becomes clear. They knew the war was unwinnable. And then we have a blood chalice. Okay, blood chalice is on our left. This is the only thing we've got, so should be pretty easy. Yeah, I thought it's really interesting how certain builds do absurd amounts of damage and then other builds not so much. I think we had a pretty good shock build on the first attempt of Act 3, but not near as much damage as one would think given how many rare upgrades we were finding. So I think with the new upgraded abilities that we have in terms of selecting which blessings we can avoid is going to be beneficial. Sawed-off shotgun. Well, what do we do? If I add that here, doesn't do anything. I think they have to be the same damage type. I'll take the increased dodge. Stagger. Do I have anything that has good stagger so far? Stagger 3. -1 pierce. Well, I have unlimited pierce on the shock maul. So I can always put that there. Shock disc. And then I'm going to put the shock maul on here. Get the electro hammer. Yeah, so that starting off electro hammer didn't do anything. So I need to figure out how to actually use that. All right. The truth of their arrival. My brothers were here 400 years ago when the portal to hell was last opened. They found a way to close it. If I searched among the bodies and what remains of their path, I may yet uncover how they succeeded. We have a sermon, we have a path of crux, and a power relay. I don't think I've had a power relay before, so that'll be something worth looking into. And we have this. This is the power relay. What do I do with the power relay? Do I have to return it? I'm gonna assume I have to return it to the center, or maybe I have to return it. All right. Probably gonna be this here. Yeah? No? Oh, if you dodge with it, it doesn't stay on your back. All right. Good to know. We're taking this power relay back to the center bit here. I think that's going to be what it is. Yeah? No? Well. Oh, shoot. Power relay is going to go here. Oh, there we go. Power relay done. I'm not going to get the... I can't remember what they're called. I didn't get them though. So resources dodge. We'll keep picking those up. And then shock disc. If I put a shock disc on a... recharger, does it become anything special? No. So we'll just do a separate one. We'll increase our rarity find. Holy damage, don't need that. Crit chance. Negative crit chance there. 10, 13. Yeah, nothing great on crit chance so far, so I don't know that I'm going to pick that up. The ritual. The Brotherhood discovered that the portal feeds on blood, but its stability on the side depends on something far more specific. The blood of the gatekeepers, Malachi, Ezreal, and Raziel. Without it, the gate cannot hold. If it is to be closed, their blood must be taken. We have a Resurrection Spire and a Blood Chalice. That should be pretty easy. And Blood Chalice is right to our right. So we'll hit that first. Get the Blood Chalice out the way, because I think we'll have plenty of damage to actually complete everything we need on the Resurrection. So, should have probably not dodged first, and my health is already getting annihilated. Well, that's wonderful. I need some HP steal, that's for sure. Alright, okay. It is very beneficial having a dodge that does some damage, but I'm sure it doesn't do enough damage to take out bigger enemies, but still, more damage is more damage. That's how we're going to survive. And honestly, the Act 3, or not the Act 3, but the final boss is clearly, it is important to have as much damage as possible, and preferably more range in that damage, so... Hopefully I can start finding some additional projectile stuff. well as pickup range. Pickup range, because that last time we played, we had an absurd amount of pickup range that we pretty much always had everything we wanted. Okay. I'm going to take this, throw that there, upgrade. We're going to increase shock damage here. Although the electro hammer, I find that pretty much your first weapon, no matter how much you try and upgrade it, doesn't really do all that great in terms of how much it can, what do you say, max out your damage. I do like the idea of stun chance, but I'd rather get additional projectiles, so we're going to throw that there. I have a shock disc as well as a recharger. I'm going to lock both of those. And then the dividing path. According to the notes of the Brotherhood of Blood, each of the gatekeepers reside in a deeper field of hell. The first lies ahead within the field of the prior. This is where their path led them first, and it's where it began to fall apart. Another resurrection, spire, and blood chalice. So should be pretty easy, all things considered, as long as I keep dishing out enough damage. Yeah, I need to make sure I would like to see 2 weapons get to 1,000 damage, as that would be huge for... Okay, I can move to blood chalice. What am I doing? Not the blood chalice, but the spire resurrection. Yeah, if I could really get some good chunks of damage like that going on additional weapons, that'll be good, because the shock maul is very powerful, but it does have some slower attack speed. So but yeah, when I was playing up to Crusade 15 on Act 3 without recording, I realized how much quicker and easier it is when you're not recording. So we'll see how I can do when I'm still recording, because it is definitely a skill. But you know, we're about 15 minutes into the video. If you've made it this far into the video, I would greatly appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I do videos like this where I'm just playing through roguelites and indie games and that sort of a thing, as well as I have a game series where I'm trying to determine how difficult games are. And I've done Bioshock, Doom, and I'm going to be working on the Wolfenstein series as well as the Dead Space series coming up here. So if that sounds interesting to you, watching new games or seeing an objective measure on how difficult games are by counting every single death as you play through the whole series, give the channel a subscription. Spare a subscription for the poor, because I'm sure you can see I don't have as many subscribers as one might think. But with that, we're going to continue. Aura Acceleration 1. I'm going to do HP right there. Holy damage, we don't need that. All right. What I could do, if this does anything, shock this, turns it to a vortex emitter or a mecha charger. And that is a recharger and a recharger from 14 to 20 damage, as this goes from 16 to 20 damage. It's the same difference. I'm going to put the recharger on the shock disc, and then the shock disc on the recharger, and then I'm going to put that here. Vortex emitter. We have a vortex emitter. Attach that. Why didn't that work? Oh, gosh. Well, I definitely messed that up, so that's a bummer. Oh, well. On to the next. Every third attack stuns. We'll do that there. I don't need the holy damage weapons. I do need pickup range. I'll take some armor. What's our range sitting at? Range 690, 790. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on picking up range right now. And then I definitely need a blessing for increased electricity damage. And then shock disc. Well, if I did that... Well, not the perfect upgrades so far, unfortunately. Demon Blood. The Brotherhood learned that demon blood could grant them strength, a chance in a war they were destined to lose. They choose to drink it. I did not need their path. The crux on my back guides me towards truth. With its power, I will overcome whatever stands between me. Or before me. Chest and signal array. Alright, chest is on the left. We're gonna go straight to the chest, and then we'll worry about the signal array at the end. Yeah, we'll see. I need to get probably 2 weapons up to 1,000 damage. And I think we should be fine for the Act boss. But we'll see what we can do. I still haven't... need to upgrade my rarity find to get more... more valuable upgrades in the pipeline. Because right now I'm really just trying to pick up weapons, but if I could get some HP steal and that sort, that would be very beneficial. Because as you can see, my HP can melt pretty quick if I'm not careful. So this is a very easy signal array placement because the spawns are not anywhere close to it. But of course I say that, and then every little small demon starts spawning towards it. So yeah, get out of here. We're not letting you do that. Alright, I need more resources. Give me more resources. Give me that. Yes, sir. Alright. We have electricity damage. Definitely taking that. Alright, longer barrel. 3 projectiles. Absolutely. We'll do that. Put a second shock maul on, and then we'll take the electro hammer, upgrade that. That should be a stormbreaker now. Shock disc. This is a shock disc with 2 rechargers on it, which is stupid. There we go. Now we got that. And let's see. Electricity damage. We'll take that blessing. Lightning right. We'll take that. I don't think I have level 4s yet. Let's do anything. No. I'm debating. Do I lock the shock maul? I could pick it up. Just pick up the shock maul. We'll do it. The false herald. Malachi was never meant to guard hell. His name belongs to scripture, to one who prepares the way for the Lord. Yet here he sins. Yet here he stands, shaping the fire, deciding who may pass. Perhaps this place was always part of that design. Sermon of Revelations, a shrine, and a path of crux. And I think this is going to be a boss fight. Okay, no. Probably the next one, though. Alright. I do like the ranged attack that we've got. Doesn't fully stun people, but the more we can do ranged attack-wise, the better. Only on 3? Alright, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me the 4th one. I swear. Did I not pick that up? I did pick that up. Okay, there it is. There it is. Didn't peek it all the way. Got some additional edicts. That'll be good for meta progression and banishing. Banishing is helpful for making more beneficial builds. Woo! Ooh, bless you. Bless myself. Alright. Well, so far, I think we have a good amount of damage, especially with all the additional projectiles we got on the Electro Maul. That is doing us some mighty favors so far. But we'll see where we go next. Still not collecting as many souls as I would like. There we go. Cross Eminence, a righteous curse branding all enemies that dare step into a presence. So we're going to definitely start staying around the crux to ensure... Is this a twin spark? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't need... I thought I banished everything holy damage. Increases critical chance. We'll attach that there. Put a second twin spark on here. Yes. And then we'll put that here. Yes. Range. I'm going to increase the range a bit. Make sure we can snipe enemies from across the way. And on to the next. The Keeper of the Prior. The beginning speaks. It was given its purpose by its lord, to open the way for those allowed to pass. The fire bends its will, clearing the path of sealing it shut. If I am to go deeper, I must defeat the one who guards the gate. Alright, I think we're fighting Malachi. Yes. Malak, not Malachi. And should be pretty easy. Malak. Okay, I spoke too soon. Get out of the zone. He's spawning minions, that's fine. Ooh, gotta watch my dodge. Get out of the zone. We should be fine. Yeah. Don't like how little damage I'm doing. But it is slowly chipping away at him. Pretty easy to dodge his attacks. So that's good. And then the signal array is gonna do just fine. Yeah, there we go. Easy money. Still not a whole lot of souls there. Lifesteal, we'll take that. Blessing, we'll take more armor. XP gain, pickup range, pierce. Range, what is our range at here? 571. Increasing projectiles. How many projectiles we got? 6, that could go to 7. It's here. We have 2 projectiles, that should be a more significant increase. HP steal. Throw this here. Like both those blessings. The bound souls, the flames withdraw, revealing the path into the fields of judgment. I move with caution. The walls are not stone alone. Shapes remain within them, twisted and still. Souls bound into silent form, as if something here decided they could go no further. Resurrection Spire, path of darkness. Alright. Get the crux down. Oh, that was the spire first. We're doing some good damage, but still could increase it. So gotta, okay, watch ourselves. HP steal is very valuable, but we gotta make sure we're dealing the damage for the HP steal to work its magic. Which, when we have somewhat limited range, is not the best. But haven't gotten into too sticky a situation yet. I think we should be fine. Final boss is going to be tough, though. That's for sure, because Malak is a perfect example of how damage was not where we needed it. Especially if there's multiple bosses at the end. But we will see. Yeah, Arms of God is a great game. It's quite enjoyable. Easy, jump into a round. And then it's pretty predictable in how long it's going to take. So, been enjoying that. If there are any other games, roguelites, or anything of the sort that you'd like to see me play, you just gotta let me know. And I will happily see what I can do to get it into the rotation. Pierce. What's our Pierce here? No, Pierce. Stagger, attack damage, and speed. There. Stagger. What is our stagger at? 9 stagger there. What is our longest range item? Yeah. I don't know that I need stagger. Every third attack freezes enemies. We'll add that. Dodge and speed, we'll take that. Don't need air damage. We'll take this. We'll take this. Every third attack freezes. I already have a frost injector on that one, so we'll do it on this one. Shock disc. Bounce on critical hit. Laser, don't need that. If I do this, what does it turn into? Vortex emitter. Shock maul. Wind spark. Nothing. Still need to get more weapons. And they're not popping up. Unfortunate. 2 projectiles, that'll be a good damage increase. I think I might lock that. Alright. Angel of Death. Ezreal. I remember his name from scripture. The angel of death meant to guide souls to the other side. He should not be here. Why does an angel stand in hell? Does he still serve the will of God, even in this place? Power relay in a chest. I think our power relay is going to be up. No. Here we go. Move slow, but we're doing enough damage to where they cannot touch us, it seems. Well, I say that, and then as soon as I say that, I get touched. That's how it always goes, isn't it? Every time, I'm confident in where we're sitting. And, yeah, let's watch ourselves. We're doing just fine. I honestly, I know if I'm doing well if I don't have to dodge very much in a playthrough, and so far I have not had to dodge very much. Earlier on I did, but at this rate I don't really need to be dodging all that often, so that's a good indication that we are doing just fine damage wise. But I do take, it's crazy how fast your health melts in this game. You gotta be careful. Thread your needles and stay aware of what's going on the field. But all things considered, for roguelites, this game, I want to say it's not difficult. It's just most of the act bosses that I've failed have been me just blundering, getting greedy, wasting a dodge, something along those lines. So let's see. Cross eminence, righteous curse, branding all evil, crit chance. Yeah, we'll take crit chance while we're in the ring. I'll take another twin spark upgrade here, and then we'll do attack plus damage and speed minus crit. All right, cutter. No, I need a cutter. Electricity damage. We'll take that. Armor and pickup range. We'll take that. That reduces our range, unfortunately, though. And then, ooh, what is this? Shock disc. Shock string. That is already level 3. What do we got? HP steal. We're sitting at 500. I think I need to get rid of that shock maul because it's not doing anything right now. We'll see. What do we got? For chance. Yeah, we're already negative here, so we'll take that. Electricity damage, we'll lock that one. We'll lock this one as well. And then held by death. I must go deeper, but Azrael holds the path. He was meant to guide the dead, but not face the living. I am not meant to pass this place. My weapons are useless here. Only the crux remains. Oh no. Resurrection Spire and a signal array. Well, does that mean my weapons aren't going to work? I cannot tell. Well, there's the signal array. Ooh, dodge. It looks like my weapons work just fine, so unless it comes to damaging the bombs. Yeah. Man, these bosses are tanky. They are quite tanky. Okay. Well, it's good to know I can tank at least one hit. I thought I would have been out of the way there, and I was not. Okay, could we dodge that one? Oh, shoot. I hope this is one where we can survive and it doesn't fail us if we don't kill the boss, because clearly my damage is not sufficient. I think that is, because that's how the first act boss was. You didn't have to kill him per se, you just had to survive. There we go. Just like that, we're fine. We stagger. Electricity damage, we'll take that. Blessing, we'll take this blessing. And pick up range, health points. I will take pick up range. First rarity find. Freeze chance. Yeah. Rather get something else. Dodge speed. Rarity XP. Alright, shock disc. What are these? 10 sparks. And these are shock discs. Shoot. Well, let's put this on here. Get electro hammer. I should. My upgrades are dog water right now. Let's keep stacking that up, I guess. All right. Sanctuary below. The path leads to a sanctuary. Its form is familiar, like the churches of our world or their origins. This place should be unholy, yet the presence I feel here is not absence, but something far stronger. Chest and a blood chalice. Alright, well, go straight to the blood chalice. 65, that'll be easily doable. Honestly, I haven't even really had to move so far. Weird, because boss damage is weak, but add damage is OP. Kind of frustrating. I guess because we focus on the adds more is the auto aim, which I think I should theoretically be able to turn that off if I want to focus boss damage. But I guess in terms of boss damage, it shouldn't be a big deal when the boss is chasing us, which Ezreal was not. I still need to figure out all the weapon upgrades, because the weapon upgrades I have been doing, clearly, like, I mean, there's such an unknown number of builds that you can have here, and I just don't know how to run them back in terms of which weapons to put on where. I needed to watch myself there. Took quite a chunk of damage, so I was under the impression that I found the ability to do tier 4 weapon upgrades, but last time I played it didn't really work, and I guess not so far. I haven't seen it so far. But we got a ton of souls that time, which is going to be needed because at this point, HP steal. I have a whole lot of upgrade spaces. Well, we'll put on 3 projectiles there. That's good. Resource ready, fine. Bounce. Bounce really worth it. Shock string. I can't even upgrade that, so it's not that. Weapon crit chance until the end of the wave. Crit chance 23%, 17%. Okay, we've got 17% and 16%. I'm gonna throw that there. Freeze chance, electricity damage. We'll throw that here. Resource and rarity find. Dodge. Crit chance, projectiles. We're gonna keep stacking projectiles. XP gain. Not worried about crit chance because I have this upgrade that does the crit chance. All right. Bounce. I don't need that. Keep doing resources. Electro hammer. All right. Projectiles. Yes. Although I don't have the same dishing out of damage as I would like. Doing okay, I think. It's 1,500. Yeah, we might be all right. We have one more to really get our upgrades locked in. Raziel is close, an archangel, a keeper of knowledge and wisdom. If he stands this deep, then the truth lies below. Yet, what unsettles me most is this presence. My crux trembles with power. I should not feel this in hell, yet I do. Sermon of Revelations, Path of the Crux, and a chest. Alright, we're going straight down because I didn't see anything on the left in the little intro cutscene, but, you know, they could always hide. They could always hide a little bit. Don't do the full exploration. Not a path. Making sure it's not a path. Alright. Well on our way to getting all the bonus activities done. Took a shit ton of damage there, so I need to watch that. Yeah, boss fights. This next act, Crusade, is going to be something where we gotta watch. Gotta read the enemy's attacks, because all it takes is one stray hit. But yeah. With all the projectiles I have on my shock maul, I don't think a single small ad is going to be able to touch us, quite honestly, which is great. But when it comes to boss damage, we'll see. Doing a great job on our XP so far. The level up, and we'll be at close to 1,600 souls. There we go. Got to 1,600. So we be able to rack in quite a few upgrades. Yes, 1,800 souls. Absolutely. All right. HP rate, armor, cooldown. I think we'll pick up HP rate. Oh, I got multiple from here. Armor, attack speed. We'll pick up armor as well. Now, what do we do? Bounces on critical hits. We'll throw that on there. Oh, this one gonna be worth it. We are currently at 1 point. I don't think that's worth it. 2.1. Range. Each skill increases chance weapon crit chance until the end of the wave. Oh, we already have that on that weapon. Of course, 1.9 damage. That's not very good. HP steal, I'll take that. Shock disc 2.6, we'll take that. Man, not getting the upgrades we need. I need something like pierce, attack damage, and attack speed. That was a decent upgrade. We need pierces on every crit hit. More blessings like electricity. Tigers. We'll take speed. Speed gain, not so important. Or not so important. Oh, come on. Give me another XP. Or not XP, but nope. That is pretty much all she wrote. Yep, all she wrote. The Archangel. The Archangel stands before me, not a demon. The presence of God fills this place. It should not be here. Yet, it is undeniable. If the bishop and the brotherhood would write, then this was never blasphemy, only truth. I have come too far to stop now. All right, this is gonna look. At least the small card made the boss demon look great. Great dodge there. Oh my Lanta, dude. Yes, I was one shot.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Every time. Every single time. Well, that is Arms of God, Act 4. Of course, we didn't finish it. But there's always next time. So if you've made it this far into the video and you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you want to see me finish Act 4. And I will see you next time.